It's live. Peace and love to all. Now I understand why it's always love. Fine. As we get everything. We're going to start with that love divine from the divine creator. Our word for love divine. All right. No, number 8. No love is greater than the love of Allah to all who believe. It's one thing we should learn about Super 39. Super 39 and 8. Mhm.
The love, the true love, signifies the real love.
Mhm. That's what being placed in man to attain.
it's gonna take long to be headed down a long road of love, because you don't go after that spiritual love instead of the flesh love, where you get the feelings from, you can wind up in one hell of a mess.
Yeah, following everybody today, that's where you'll wind up.
That's correct.
That's why, honestly, I went a different way. I'm not happy with any of the situation that presently is amongst. So I decided myself to go opposite way.
Me too.
So when it comes to the people, you have to learn the nature of yourself. So you can just let people be who they are.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have no community. So that's why I started my own. There's no love out here. It's really not. So I had to find my own. Ain't nobody doing anything today out of true love. Most people online today making money.
Yeah.
Most people online for content.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not online for none of that. I'm online because of love. Mm-hmm. I ain't ask a dime from you. All I did was come with the love and truth. And I understand in the time that we in that love and truth don't exist. But I believe love and truth exist. So I make it my duty to be what I want others to be. So I make it my duty to be what I want others to be. And that's find the way. As 11 say, love is the way. I believe you can find the way because I found the way. And it all came from within. Anything I'm bringing you for didn't come from the external world. Anything I'm bringing you didn't come from being in fleshly desires. The reason why I'm not asking you for money is because I don't have the fleshly desires. We all have our pain, and we deal with our pain. And when there's no love, of course, there's going to be more pain in the world. And when you have been beaten down by the wrong philosophy and given a whole psychology of hate, it's hard for any flower to grow in the darkness. So K.O.S. comes to be that beacon of light, that love that has not been comprehended yet, that purity that has not been comprehended yet. And I'm working every moment to be pure and pure. So as I come forth, you will see the glory of what love and purity truly is. These are not words just written for man to fancy to throw out, but these are heart words, words that you wake up and endure with, words that keep you striving with meaning, never forgetting your purpose, waking up every day to improve your own conscience, to stop being unconscious as much as possible. Today, this is not known. And it comes to be respected in its own right. So we was told that I bet you was never told that, because I was never told that Islam is love. Everybody talking peace, 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 peace. Peace, peace, peace. Ain't no peace.
Sure.
People don't got peace. You can't have peace. It's a formula to peace.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't just grow up conscious. That's what we all have to understand. We all came unconscious. It's things we got to become conscious of. And if you're not becoming conscious of and self-remembering, if you don't remember yourself, then you don't exist. Well, we getting to a point where we don't even remember ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in front of you is just taking advantage, taking over.
Mm-hmm.
You think thought is God and all this crazy stuff. Thought is getting people in a world full of mess. You have not been trained on how to use thought. You have not sat down and paid or invested in yourself to learn how to really think. You have not ordered and structured yourself enough to know what higher stuff would mean. The creator of this universe created something that you can't understand. It's a whole universe here. And we have spent many days here and we don't understand each other, the universe. So this is why K.O.S come to existence. "14. Truly a community that exists on hate destroys its soul."
Mm-hmm.
This is what people rather choose.
Mm-hmm.
I do not choose hate. In no form whatsoever will I choose hate. We must really don't know what hate is. If there's evil in this world, well, evil was created. And guess what creates evil?
Mm-hmm.
Hate.
Mm-hmm.
What's truly hate?
Mm-hmm.
Fear. This is where most people are at, vibrating right now, at the level of fear. And don't even understand that fear is a thought. Fear is an emotion. Fear is a feeling. But feeling ain't love. Fear ain't love.
Mm-hmm.
I know the difference. I had to live this difference throughout. We have to understand these simple words. And I hope we can understand. Because it's a lot of things messed you up.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because I had to do a lot of cleaning up.
Mm-hmm.
And what you have to clean up is something that's spiritual. It's not physical. So everything physically that's being done, it doesn't affect the spiritual. You have to work on the spiritual to affect the spiritual. And spiritual is not no class. There's no classroom. There's no school setting. You're not getting trained from elementary to freshman, sophomore, senior on none of these higher aspects of life. And innocent males and women are pushed into society to conform to things they have no clue of and forced to cope with this. What creates fear is ignorance. This is what's shutting down the love. You don't want to become conscious. You want to ignore because ignorance is a thought. We talking primordial ignorance, something that began before you began. You don't even know thought is controlling your whole existence because you have to go through these experiences and you got to get through to know what these things are made of. Most of these things have stopped people in their tracks. They don't know what the other side is. They didn't get through it. I made it through. So when we talking about what does that feels like, that's where you can really understand what is behind love. And so this right here has I have to be frank. This word right here has created you not to love yourself. For you not to even care what love is. For you not to even care to even become conscious. And we don't know much about this word, but hopefully we can learn a little bit about this word today. This has been the doom of why you have experienced pain and suffering and will continue pain and suffering because it's not just a word. This is a religious concept that most minds have adopted. It wouldn't matter if you read the book or not. You wouldn't know nothing. This stuff goes deeper than what you think because it's beyond the feeling of a thing. Now, all this is captivated by a thought. One person could say Christ, and people are affected. How could that be? It's because of what's finna be said. And trust, none of your churches will teach on this. And this is on Sunday, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You got churches of Christ, you got churches of God. Why you think there's a difference? We're going to get into it. As we see, where does the word Christ come from? Is Christ an English word? Is it a Chinese word? Is it an Italian word? Is it a Swahili? Because this is the person that you carry all your love from. This is where you learned all your game from. No one can do it like him. He died for your sins. Because nobody can love, nobody can become, nobody can be. This word has covered and has become a disease into the black people of America. Now, I ain't going to sink the ship and I ain't going to throw no lifeboats. Lifeboats coming out. But the truth got to be told. Because only love can tell it. And while love got time, enjoy it. Because you're not going to get anything pure than the truth.
That's right.
And if you're looking for anything pure, then anything other than love of truth, you will be fooled. Ain't nothing true down here. What's in your heart is the truest thing that you'll ever know. You can't see what's in your heart. Ain't no food gonna make you feel right. Ain't no herb gonna make you do right. All this is being. So you have been decapitated. You no longer have a being. You are filled with emotions, thoughts, and feelings. You're not filled with knowledge. This is what this word has done to you. Unknowingly, this has been a epigenetic, psychological subversion from generation to generation for thousands of years. They never, the priest never, anyone of high authority teaching a congregation never wants you to know the truth. Everything you have been fed is to feed you lies. When death is the ultimate truth. So we don't even know what none of this stuff is. And we play around with it like we know what this stuff is. So let's get to why this is so important. This is important because this is the foundation of what you call Christianity. The word Christianity comes from the root word Christ.
That's right.
So all who serve any form of Christianity believe in this ideology. And to believe, you got to have a mind. And when I say believe, I don't mean that you even know what you believe. Believe me, it's so subtle, you don't even know what you believe. This is how powerful this stuff is. This is why preachers can say they crowd and they'll buy them jets. Man, this word is something dangerous. People are living in hills because of this word, misabusing it for their own grandeur, because people know not what this word is for. This ain't words to stir you up. Words were made to agitate you. See, all this come from Christos, but we don't know what Christos is, but we know what Crisco is. You see what I'm saying? We don't know what Christo is, but we know what Crisco is. See, the anointed, the grease, the oil, frying. We don't understand none of this, but in the name of the Eucharist. These are largely practiced rituals day in and day out. So as we go into the deeper form, why this all associate pain, opposite of love, the agony suffered by Christ. Highlight that now. This is an ideology built This is a whole ideology called Christianity as a mental-based religion that's based in suffering because somebody else suffered.
Yeah.
And this is what you're supposed to do because your family, and your family is a Christian. Serve under Christianity. See, for me and to me, love don't hurt. That's how you know someone loves. Well, the truth, no matter despite feelings, emotions, and thoughts, that you're able to love something that created you that you may not even understand. And if you're true in yourself, in your heart, you will know you don't understand. And this is why we're supposed to be becoming conscious every moment and every day. So now this anoint thing, we think it's talking about King me, crown me. We think it's talking about King me, crown me. Remember, this ain't the original word. Jesus never called himself Christ. Am I making this up? Or I'm the one that knows this? Jesus never called himself Christ. Just like Jesus never named his teachings Christianity. This is a whole new understanding that has nothing to do with what you would call sweet Jesus. This is a pseudoography, a fiction based on a true story. So you got the movie version instead of the real deal. So all you can do is just watch people. But you yourself, you get in trouble. The people who set this up for you to be governed under don't get in trouble. You get in trouble. You don't have immunity. You pay the fine, pay the fee. But those who set this up for you to pay the fee don't pay the fee. It's because this is not Jesus. This is a mockery of something. And now what it has done now, it has created a trail of tears over into the human psychology. And if you're not familiar with mind viruses or mental diseases or cognitive disorders, this is where all this trickle downs into. This is the unseen realm. This is why you get filled with so much hate and don't even know it. Hate things that you should love and don't even know it. Why do someone say you don't know what you have until it's gone? Why these lingerings linger around? So if Christ ain't Christ, then what is Christ pointing to? That is a word that comes from Greek. And what we have to understand, if you really understand, the Greeks hate your black ass. That's why they want you in the fraternities.
Yeah. And we join.
All that sorority, fraternity, all that's Greek.
Come on with it.
You praying in Christ's name, that's Greek. Your highest regards goes back to Greek worship. And Greeks hate your ancestors. When they seen your ancestors, they wanted to be your ancestors. They seen your ancestors so wise, so in line, so respected, dignified, courageous, glowing. These where love come from. When we talk about older words than what we speaking on before Greek was on the scene. See, this Greek is a Jew. This Greek is a Roman. This Greek just shapeshift like it's mythologies. See, all your gods comes from Greek. Greek gods. Come on. I ain't making this up. Or am I making this up? Greek gods. Plenty Greek gods. You know them, you know more of them than you know your ancestors. This is how you don't understand how your love has been already taken away. And this philosophy has already gave the world a virus. If you are speaking English, you know about Christ. Ain't no way you're going to come into English and you don't know about Christ. That's right. Christ rule over English. Right on. Christ represent not only Christ Christos, but Christ Columbus. So when we just talking about Christ, we talking about Greek authority. See, you get caught into the feeling and not the true meaning. Hit the meaning on the word on the screen. But right now, you hearing me, but you catching feelings. You ain't looking at the truth. Yeah. You ain't observing it and say, I didn't know or I did know, and I'm doing what I do know or I'm doing what I don't know. See, this is why love always, as they say, good guys finish last. I see. Yeah. The world want the bad guy right now. Yeah. They don't want the guy with love and purity coming from within.
Look what they just select for president. One cheat on his wife, grab women, and brag on it. The whole system is logical.
I want people to open up their Bible and find what Jesus called his teachers Christianity. Because Jesus and Christ is not the same. So this whole ideology is coming full circle. Because we got to understand who we are. Christ has stolen your identity. The reason why you don't know who you are, because you know Christ. Call your mama, call your grandmother, call all your females in your line. Ask them. Yep. Ask them this question. Do you worship Christ? See what they say. Good question. Now, this has conquered the woman already. Yeah. This is why this got to be said. This is already has conquered anyone that's not of their nature. If you not Greek yourself and you calling on Greek, you've been conquered. That's correct. That's correct. I'm gonna make it even worse.
Oh, it's simple. 1, 2, 3.
Because the purity only can come. And if you can't accept purity, you can't accept love.
There's the proof right there on the screen. Right before your very eyes.
This is very important.
Yeah.
This have destroyed families and it's finna destroy you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's nothing left.
Yeah.
Everybody is wishing upon a star. They do not know where to go. They don't know the North Star from the South Star.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to me carefully. I'm not speaking on no high horse. I'm speaking from what the Creator wants us to know and what I went through to get to what I do know. What I do know is lies. My ancestors not Greek.
Mm-hmm.
I don't call on Greek.
Mm. How about that? Beautiful.
Jesus was not Greek.
Mm.
Jesus is not a Greek word. Y'all know, especially if you in any field of scholarship, Greek stole all theirs. Greek didn't have nothing. They stole all theirs from, they would say, Egypt. So ain't nobody fooling nobody. So when we talking about Christ and K.O.S and all this, all that is Greek. What did this do psychologically? This effed up your whole world. This effed up your whole world. Most importantly, it attacked your love. The people are cooked. As it said, only a remnant will be saved. And that remnant hear the truth, hear the love, and hear the purity. Because they know in a time like this, ain't nobody saying what needs to be said. So this ain't about repeating 2,000-year-old doctrines that ain't benefited none of your people since you've been born. This ain't doing nothing but benefiting one group of people.
That's right.
And if you need another day in your life to figure that out, Lord will bless you. But I done figured it out. So when one figured it out, he has the opportunity, he has the duty and delegation to tell others. So this is my form of telling others. Because every day I'm sniffing the lie out. If there's a lie in me, there's a lie in my heart. I'm not going to the grave with a lie in my heart. I live to clean myself daily. If we don't clean ourselves daily, we're going to be filled with all the gunk that came with a hidden philosophy. And this is why it's almost done time talking. Because talking ain't doing nothing. I ain't do this by talking. All the things I'm telling you is because I be what I'm talking. I don't got time to talk. This is last meeting before 2025.
Yep.
I hope you getting your 24 out the way.
Yes, indeed.
And so with this being the last meeting of 2024, going into 2025, oh yeah, you finna hear where I'm coming from personally. No outside. You gonna know where I'm coming from personally and what I'm doing. I've been helping people before online was online. All this that I'm doing now, people heard this, not even this clarity, because I wasn't what I was then. But I was on the devil's neck then. And now I got my foot poking out his mouth. That's my toe, you see. We need to understand, we all got this power that we are scared of.
Right on.
And you can't get it through false doctrine. Where it was speaking about turned by every wind of doctrine. This what got to stop. All this associate while you a nigger, Negro, black, African, color, all because of this Christos. You don't know this ties in the Greek philosophers. You don't know none of this stuff. Your Christianity ties all the Greek and ties the Greek philosophers and not the prophets. Everything you say is Greek philosophy. Check it up. I'm not just sitting here babbling. Greek invented Babel. I had to become conscious to know what I'm saying, so I don't be speaking Babel in Babel. See, if you don't look this stuff up, it sounds crazy what I'm saying. I got to leave this on the screen.
Good, but they can see it this way.
See, because Greek has influenced your feelings, your way of thinking, without ever telling you it was Greek in the beginning.
All along.
You didn't even know it's the Greek to begin with. But how you ain't put it together? In your school is Greek. Your high school, your college, your university, all your sororities, your lists, everything that offers something to you is a Greek. Oh, the niggas you like Greek niggas. Oh, the woman don't want no pure man. The woman want the Greek man.
That's for sure.
They call it that Greek love.
Yes,
now we see where it's going. While you're
Greek.
The Greeks always been knowing about when we talking about this gay stuff. Man, this stuff come from Greek. But y'all think this stuff comes from? Gay don't come out no cloud.
Naked statues of men.
A ray of the sun. This was a practice in their world. And they brought it in a philosophy for you to soak in. This is why your world is crashing. Because their world is crashing. This whole philosophy is outdated and was never pure and never made with pure intent. It was made for the situation you in now.
That's correct. That's correct.
But 2025, you're going to let the same thing go down. See, the prophets never gave themselves up. But the Greek philosophers did. All this, all the names that you can think of, they're going to take you back to Greek. I wouldn't care if it's Kobe Bryant. Man, y'all got to understand, people that is in the field that you see with your eyes, that's far in distance, you can't never touch, but somehow they popular.
Yeah.
Who you think made them popular?
That's right.
The same people who make Christ popular.
You can't get close.
Who you think make celebrities? Your next door neighbor? Or people who make TVs?
People make TV.
We can't see the stage in front of us. Greek love stage drama.
With it. Drama school.
theatricals, theaters,
Right on.
Broadways, all this.
No.
Greek loved to mock your ancestors. Let me make it a little more clear. Greek loved to mock your ancestors. They want to be you, but they know they can't be you because they ain't born from the line of Abraham.
Right on.
That's why they don't look like you. But through Greek philosophy, they claimed your Abraham through Christ, and now you claim Christ as your Lord and Savior. See what I'm saying? Through Christ, they said, I'm before Abraham. Wrestle. This is what they call wrestling. Greek wrestling. See, and most people know that the New Testament that all Christians follow was previously named the Septuagint. That's the Greek word for it, and that means 70. So when we're talking about Septuagint, where does that come from, and how? Yeah, that's the most unholy book to graze the earth since the start of Babylon advancing.
What you say? Put something out that way. He said.
Our people don't help their own. That's one thing I've learned through this experience. We help them.
Yeah, we help them.
We don't help our own.
That's right.
I've been sitting, waiting, waving my hand.
Yeah.
And no help. A lot was learned through that. The love that comes from the Creator is greater than any love from a man or a woman.
That's right. Now, I hope they understand that.
The Creator don't switch up.
Change your mind.
The Creator don't lie. The Creator, the realest you will ever have. Especially the Creator won't never get tired of you.
People get tired of looking at it.
The Creator loves you so much, He'll give you a step by step. Nobody else, they don't love you enough to give you a step by step. They won't take time out. The Creator took time out for what He created to give you instructions. You open up boxes and they come with instructions where the Creator created you and He left you instructions. And those instructions was hijacked. Something pure was made filthy by the Greeks. So the word of God that you think is the word of God is not. That's the word of the Greeks.
Yeah.
This is why this has to be said, because this all ties into your nationality.
Yep.
This is why you can't love. Because if you false, you can't stand in something true. Love is true.
Thank you.
The truest thing that ever existed, that holds up this universe, that creates calm and eggs, semen and minces, for you to spit on creation itself, for you to birth something that you hate yourself. I ain't seen many sisters hate what they gave birth to. This is the worst time ever. Mothers used to love their child.
Sure did.
These new mothers don't love their child.
Put the child and give them off to somebody else. I just don't see how they do it.
Now the women don't like what they birth. And you think I'm finna sit around.
No, I just don't. That's a shame.
You love the child one. You love the man when he a child. But when the man is no longer a child, you don't love what you birth. This is the. He told you he was bringing the sword. He said he ain't bringing peace. This is what Christ told you. He ain't bringing peace. He bringing the sword. Who you know to bring the sword? Jesus came with the love. Christ came with the sword. He said, I'm dividing everybody. Father against son, mother against daughter, daughter-in-law against mother-in-law, father and son-in-law. Every way of division. 2 against 3, 3 against 2, a house of 5 can't stand. They say, who gonna remove Beelzebub? How can Satan remove Satan? So these words are the swords that came in and just started like nails falling like rain. Killing us in our thoughts. Yeah. Wow. Switching our thoughts into a whole pool of lesser thoughts, feelings, and emotions. All these were Greek gods. All these feelings you feeling, emotions you spread, they go with Greek gods. But people don't got time to read. I had the time to read. I ain't gonna be nobody's fool. You got a choice down here. And you don't have a fair opportunity if you don't have the right book. So I came to make the playing field fair. Now the playing field is fair. The Al-Sufian is here. The playing field is fair. Now, if you want to continue being unfair, that's on you now. That's on you. But I'm done with all that. 2024, I had a good ride with everyone. Emotionally and physically. I learned a lot about emotions through growing through the spiritual realm. So knowing what these things are, I know what these things are. So anything you know don't control you. Remember, ignorance is the control factor here. This is why Christos control you. See, hate anoints you, emotions anoint you, falsehood anoints you. You get high off falsehood, horny off falsehood, hot off falsehood.
Come on with it.
The truth don't get you wet. The truth don't get you hard. The truth don't get you up. The truth don't make you go. The truth don't make you last, huh? The love, you ain't got enough love to go back to back to back to back to back without going to sleep. See, we talking on higher levels here. See, this is why. See, all this word base you back into the devil's playground. Yeah. If we not given the truth, then what was we given? Back to a question. If we was not given the truth, what was we given? We wasn't given the Messiah. You don't even hear the word Messiah. You supposed to be a Messiah, not a Christ. Jesus didn't call himself Christ. All Americans calling themselves Christ. This is why we in the hour left. So we finna get into some real big bucks. We finna get into the biggest money that you'll ever get into. I'm making sure I'm dropping it 2024 because 2025, you on your own. If you ain't got the message by 9, you ain't picking up and reading, you ain't doing nothing, you ain't reaching out, emailing, you ain't talking, you ain't pressing no numbers, you ain't texting, you ain't trying to get in contact, you don't want it.
That's correct.
So I'm finna stop being the Jehovah knocking on your door. I don't warn you.
Yeah.
It's time for me to build my life. Through this falsehood, y'all can have fun. And I wish the blessings upon all of us that we find peace, all of our spirits. But I found peace. So in this world that we in now, you got to protect. You got to protect. So when we talking about protecting, this is what we got to understand. If you want to protect yourself, you got to protect yourself from all law, from all lies at all costs. The demons are alive, they thriving, they up now. They'll tell you anything. They'll say anything. This action, this righteousness, this consciousness, it ain't on their level. They can't get with it. So when you true and divine, you always equal to Allah. But anything lesser ain't never equal to Allah. Anything lesser ain't never equal to Allah. So Christos, I don't choose Christ. Yeah, the hour coming. I don't choose Christ. We proclaim it. If you ain't proclaiming what you're standing on, I don't choose Christ. I've done my background research. You know how you try to get a job and then they do a background check on you? Well, I did a background check on them. I wasn't going to allow them in my mind without doing no background check and seeing what they was worth. And guess when I found out on their record, it ain't clean. Most wanted, felony after felony, breaches after breaches, contract breakers, tax invaders, everything that you can name of is on the record. And I would not do business with no criminal.
Nor join.
You can lay in your internet crimes. You can lay in your online, offline crimes. But no Al-Sufian is a part of no crime. We worship something greater. What I choose is the divine creator, Allah. I don't choose Christ. So 2025, you don't get anything but what I worship. I don't worship what you worship. I come full, live, direct to tell you what I worship. Nobody don't come and direct. Find my flaw into what I worship, and then we can begin. Allah is greater than Christ. What I worship is greater than anything in this world. I don't bend no bucket knee. I don't cook no rice. This is not mine. But the ether done brought down.
What, somebody out there?
Oh, you know, I heard the ether. I heard the ether vibrate.
What? Hit my car?
We heard a sound. Did it miss it?
No, it had it hit. It had it hit. Good. Go ahead and keep going.
The devil and his materialism.
Yeah.
But that's what's gonna happen. Everything got its day, including your own soul.
Yeah. I'm glad you left that up there so we could see for their own eyes the translation. Now, I want to read something here.
Mm-hmm.
Since we on Super 39, the love Al Wadu. In the 10th Super 39, 10th verse, it says, the way of Islam is love. Now, I'm 73 years of age. And over here in this country called USA of America, or it started out with one state, then it went up, now they've been stealing and killing, and they're up to 50 states now. But my point is, within these 73 years that I've been here on earth, I didn't see no Islam and no love. All I saw was hate and experience hate. Now people can forget if they want to. And may I say this, that D was what you put up there on the chart, Christian, that was spewing all the hatred and burning crosses, preach and teach about crucifixion and hang Christ on a cross, and then display it and want you to travel that route. We have one hell of a mess. That's all I can say to that. And if we come out of 24 going into 25, if you going with that same philosophy, doomsday is straight ahead.
Everybody got their day of judgment. The day of judgment is everybody's day.
Mm-hmm.
Not your neighbors, not your colleague, not your wife, not your husband, not your brother, not your sister, not your father, not your mother, but your own. Your death. The day you, all that judging you was doing, now this for you. Now, what I worship gonna judge you. This is what Judgment Day is for. For what I worship gonna judge you. So that's what I mean. I'm in bliss and joy. I reached the climax called the pinnacle of wisdom from true hard earning your ale, as they would say. This didn't come overnight, but it seemed to happen overnight. They used to say, when the spirit is put on you. See, these things come from real places, but they just gave you the fake word, so you'll never tap into it. But I made the playing field fair by releasing what I had in private and making it public. Ain't nobody made this public for you since 610. They have hidden all. Who is they? The priesthood. Your mason, your shriner, your priestcraft. These people hid all everything. You won't never know nothing but what rust is on a nail. But when it comes to what a soul is from a spirit, you will never know it. I've been around people that's been around people. And guess what? Everyone recognized me. I don't have to say nothing. My actions speak. So when it comes to what I'm doing in 2025, I'm taking it to the highest level it ever been.
Yep.
Because of what I worship. And the internet ain't showed y'all nothing divine yet.
That's right.
See, something divine is pure and filled with love.
Yeah.
So ain't no any type of hate, anything.
They get down is love, pure love. That's what you. Because you can put hatred on that internet out there and spew false.
This is what I've been receiving.
Yeah.
Not from people, but from doctrines. Their doctrines full of hate.
Sure is.
Full of confusion.
Sure is.
Full of not loving self. Hate your senses. Hate your big toe. Hate your body. Hate your shit. Hate this. Hate this. Hate that. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do that. And now you just waiting on everything.
Yeah.
Only thing you willing to not wait for is what's convenient. And guess what? The truth ain't convenient. If so, everybody be using it. Everybody got a car, but everybody ain't got the truth. Everybody got a cell phone, but nobody wise.
Goodness gracious.
A baby got a cell phone. Mine better than mine. Hey, today, y'all don't see when I just get my brain just started saying no, don't go no further. It's just worshipful ignorance. See, there's nothing worse than ignorant worshipers. I don't realize why we don't know who we are. It's because of this Greek word Christ.
Yeah.
Behind this Greek Christ, y'all don't know who holds this Christ figure up. Y'all talking about Plato and Aristotle. This is who holds all this up. They have no association with anything Hebrew. They have no association with anything Morava. Because this time it's the real names and the true names. See, all this can't be just said, at least in phrases, publicly. But the word, let it be said as the script said, as the Sufa said. Oh, you who believe, let it be said. That's the word that'll be said. So the people can come to the justice of what the word is offering. There's power behind these words. So these are not Greek words. These are your ancestors' words. And I do, when I say ancestors, I mean Abraham.
Right.
When I make it real clear and simple. If you dark, if you got any form of what you call melanin, we ain't talking about that mixed stuff.
There you go.
We know when we talking about
Mixed.
when black and white is mixed.
Yeah.
Then we know when our own elements is mixed amongst each other.
That's correct. That's correct.
We talking about Abraham was the father of America. This is where we bringing it back home. We ain't gonna leave you in the Titanic. We coming to get you off the Titanic. But this is my last round, or I'ma die in the Titanic. Getting y'all out. Then nobody else ain't gonna be here to help. The message ain't furtherly spread yet. We ain't got enough truth lovers.
Yep. That's the problem.
See, when you love truth, you become a truth lover. And when you are a truth lover, you worship nothing lesser. Because worship is a powerful word that I'm making sure I'm bringing in 2025.
Right on.
I ain't doing nothing. I don't worship. It's come from the Creator. The Creator speak through purity. He speak through the purified man. Anybody working through and on themselves as becoming the most purest, purer than when a child was. Now you got a conscience. Y'all like babies because they dumb.
That's right.
Y'all don't like babies because they can talk good and walk good and use their brain real good. See, when the man can use his brain real good, he becomes a problem.
Sure is.
Why he becomes a problem? Why he the most loving and pure? Why would you? That's what the Christ theology do. Oh yeah, I'm glad that word came out. Thank you, Creator. Theology. Let's go right here. Let me pull up a new screen. Theology. This is what you think you got religion. No, you got Greek theology.
Come on.
Look, all your people who go and learn and go to their schools, they learn Greek theology.
Thank you.
In Greek theology, let's learn. Ancient Greek theology was polytheistic.
Look at that.
Meaning that the Greeks believed in and worship many gods and goddesses.
Look at that.
See?
Look at that.
This is where the moon was. They was considered the moon. The Greeks were considered the moon of gods. Now it's all on earth. Now God is this. But we don't.
I just want to bear witness to the many gods that you just talking about that come from Greek. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the day is Sunday. Those are Greek gods as well. Days of the week is named after Greek god. And from January to December also is named after Greek god. I get it, flow.
And that's the proof. Let me bring that proof on the screen. Bring that proof back up there.
I got the meaning behind all of them too. I read.
Oh yeah. Pretty for my sake, don't read it. I don't need many of the falsehood. Bring it on the screen. I want to hear a lot of the truth. You see it from restapling what the great elder just said.
There you go.
On the screen for evidence.
There you go.
So, but what that means? It's good to know this. I mean, that's what most people do. Oh yeah, people know this, but what does it mean? It means you a slave. This is what I'm coming to tell you. It means you're not pure. It means you've been conquered, man.
That's correct.
And one thing I don't like, and I'll tell you as I got older, circumcision.
Oh yeah.
Don't you touch my penis, and I don't know nothing about it.
Look at it.
I ain't one of them. That's what I mean. When we come into this world, a child is taken advantage of. I'm not Greek. You don't circumcise me. But that's practices of Greek practices, but we don't know none of this stuff because you just want to worship and then sling that stuff on your child. I'm telling you, I'm through with anybody mess. Y'all can have your mess. I'm just getting away from it. Now back to the truth. What you call Christianity is nothing but ancient Greek theology. Let's go into some examples. Have anybody heard of the Olympians? Who are the? What's the number of the Olympians?
Every 4 years, y'all.
They call them the gods. Yes. Yes. They call them the gods. How many gods of the Olympians were there? On the screen, you see 12. I hope in your brain as fast as how mine recognize a lie and the truth. That go right back to what? The 12 disciples. Come on with it. I ain't making this up, or am I making this up?
Look at that hijack going on.
That's not a hijack. That's what you worship. Called Christianity. Recoded. In the past, they was worshiping Zeus. Now you worship Zeus in the form of Jesus. Or Christ. This is Christ now. Don't Christ got 12 disciples? Yeah. Don't Christ go to the underworld? Well, anyway, because like I say, 2025, I ain't even indulging in it myself. I done my study, I done my research, and I tell you, it's damaging. It's cognitive trauma, and I want my money. Anything that harms you mentally, you can get money for. Anything that harms you physically, you can get money for. This is a crime. This is mental crimes, damaging the psychology of humanity. For you to grow up and not know nothing, be done learn nothing, and you don't know life from death. So it's a lot you can learn from the unjust, but I have learned enough to learn they are unjust and it won't change. And if I keep doing what I'm doing, trying to teach people, I have to go back in these doctrines. And I'm tired of going back in these doctrines. That's why I ain't pulled up the Bible yet. I'm tired of going in the Bible and the Quran. These are false books. Yes, some truth in it, but it's not 101% truth. I deal with 101% truth. If it ain't that, I don't worship it. So now this is where all this comes in at. So a preacher ain't nothing but preaching Greek theology.
That's all he doing.
A pastor ain't nothing but a pastor over Greek theology.
That's all.
A deacon ain't nothing but deaconizing over Greek theology. A bishop ain't nothing but buying the shop of Greek theology.
That's all it is.
Now this is made public so the people can be aware who do not want to be lied to anymore.
Thank you.
It's okay for Greeks to keep that to themselves. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But when you come and cross that a line that's officially been drawn, that's what's been said. I don't worship Christ. I worship Illallah. And this is a public announcement going into 2025, because there's no more. If I come on live, ain't no more of the other stuff. You can look it up for your own time. I'll give you the word. You can research it. You can read it. Look, I did this stuff for over 13 years, helping people in private, telling them to go get this book, telling them to read this book. None of them came back to me and told me they read this book. They did this. They did that. This is what I understand now. This is not what I understand. Thank you.
Yeah.
I hate you for bringing this to me.
Yeah.
I ain't get nothing. So, but the ones I did receive from, I love you. And you know, because you know me personally. I don't receive from nobody I don't know personally. I don't live in a fantasy world where online people take care of me. All my real people offline, in the flesh, in the real deal. This online stuff is something for the young generation. So this is for y'all future to be protected. Because ain't nobody thinking about y'all, and I'm just being blunt and frank.
Yeah, that's correct.
They worrying about when they gonna get some, when they gonna eat again,
Yeah, that's right.
and who they gonna get next.
That's the bottom line.
Nobody ain't finna tell you need to read this. You need to understand this.
That's all going on.
And if you love yourself, you need to love truth. You need to become a truth lover. Because you'll see in this world what you wanted to be when you got an adult. I don't want to be that. I'm disappointed when I come to be an adult and I find out what adult is, and this is what adults been doing. I'm disappointed and disgusted and hurt. I have and am smoking cannabis enough to clear my own pain, because this world don't tell you nothing. Everybody play dead and dumb. So I had to pick up my own flesh. I had to pick up my own hands. I had to type this out myself. I had to go read this stuff myself. I had to go look with my eyes. I had to pick it up with my hands. I had to go put the book down and be what I know. And I passed my last stage. And it's worth every drop that it is. So now we got to get back to what we are as a people. And so matter of fact, let me go and bring this up on the screen right now, because this is the whole point of it. Do this one more time, and this is the whole point of it. The whole point of what I'm doing is I done figured it out for myself, and it ain't nothing but a game. I'm gonna tell you now, you ain't never. Only thing you need to understand and race identification.
Race identification.
This is what Christos. This is what Christos made.
Race.
This is why you effed up. This is what Christos made. Now you can read that on your own. I just want to highlight the points to save time. These people know exactly, the people who made this is who enslaved you. And if you don't know what to do on this form, you enslave yourself every time you fill out a form. So what I'm saying is you don't need, and let me finally say this, because I'm going to say it one time, because I've been through the Moorish understanding, the Moorish, the things that's not connected with Noble Drew Ali, and the things that are connected with Noble Drew Ali. So I know the difference. So when it comes to paperwork, you don't got to fill out no paperwork. You don't have to buy anything for nationality. You don't have to fill out a paperwork and send it nowhere for nationality. That's all a scam to get in your pockets. Truth don't need no paperwork. Now, when you come to paperwork, you better know what you're doing. Because truth don't make paperwork. The sun don't tell you, I need you to fill this out to let you know I exist.
Man, what coincidence.
If you can't objectively see the sun, then you a dull-minded individual, and you might not have time long.
Identification. Definition.
So yes, now let's watch this. This is what I mean. Y'all think nothing of this stuff matter. We just reading words. We ain't just reading words. Tell me, where does word create a category come from? Look, right here. Because somebody participate with me. I'll be always participating with myself. I'm ready to participate with others. Where did this word come from? That's what I mean. You think you ain't under no philosophy. Every word that you say can be traced back, and you're going to find Christos, Greek word. So they have already profiled you and categorized you, and who doing this is the Greek, the Romans, the Jews. These three is the three-headed dog of the Trinity. That diss the prophets, which is your answer, your mother, father. This is your mother and father. They dissing your mother and father and want you to join their mother and father. After dissing your mother and father. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't like the understanding that this Greek has done, because you say something to our people about their mother and father, y'all ain't friends no more. These people done said it globally. And the day tomorrow we at the shop. We can't wait to go to them and shop with them now. A person ain't really did no harm to you. You ready to leave them. You tell me where you tell me where the people going who making these decisions. So this is why this is very important. And I'm not doing this again because it's elevated above. So all these are traps for you to fall right in. Who they say discovered America? Huh?
Look at
it.
Christ.
Come on with it. Who discovered America? I'm just showing you the truth while giving you a little medicine at the same time. A little laugh.
That breaking it down.
But they say America was discovered by who? The Greek. This is what they keep trying to say, but they saying it in Masonic code. Why you think the G is in the middle of the compass and square?
Good goodness alive.
For the Greek.
Good goodness alive.
Y'all ain't doing no studying, man. That's why I'm out of here. Niggas ain't doing no studying down here. The young is here. The creator is in. That's why I say the creator is in man. If he ain't in man, then the truth ain't in self.
That's right.
And then the truth ain't in self, you already died. Don't matter what's coming next, you already died. Life is with truth. So now when we talking about who are you, you've been categorized by the Greek. Who discovered America? The Greek. So the Greek got all this down for you.
Yes, indeed.
The Greeks got all this down for you, except for one. I'm going to tell you just how it is. The Greeks own every category except for one.
My.
Y'all tell me, is a Greek an American?
Plain as day. Don't you see all the signs and symbols all across the land?
How did the Greek get to America? Remember saying we ain't mess with the geeks. Who you think the geeks was? The Greeks.
Geeks and Greeks. Just take out the R. Just remove a letter.
Now women didn't used to mess with the geeks. Now
I'm talking about they
love the Greeks.
Oh, I ain't gonna call no name. When married.
We can't even. This is why. This is why I'm through with it. Because if you ain't trying to help yourself, this is what you left with. Right. I done proved it. If I didn't prove it, you wasn't even looking for it to be proved to you. Mm-hmm. You ain't here to accept truth or become a truth lover. Mm-hmm. So now, these walking down the last little bit of road for 2024, the Greeks have made all this up. All except one. And you wouldn't even understand this, but I hope you can understand it real clear. Except white. This the only word. This the only one they have no power over. But they have power within themselves. Now I want us to be very clear. Look at the three places here: Europe, Middle East, North Africa. This is the places Greek conquered. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So now when you say you African, it's saying that you checking the box of African American. The definition says you must be from a black racial group. Mm. Mm. Groups, not a family, groups of Africa.
Look at that. Watch the wording.
This is where you commonly located at right now. This is what the Greek put you down on the map at. To trick you. All people who believe in Christ pick this box right here, black, which is the biggest joke to ever come across soul. You never been to Hawaii, so that wouldn't even matter. You ain't even been out your neighborhood. So when we talking about how they get in this broad category, you ain't even been out of your state. Yeah. See, this is where they took your identity. Yeah. See, Christos is considered white. This is why Noble Drew Ali, the holy prophet of America, told you the true definition of white. And nobody took heed of it yet. Look, this is what... This is when you don't have to fill out no paperwork, no birthright. You ain't got to go to jail. You ain't got to sit down. You ain't got to do none of this stuff.
What you say?
Especially that the dirty moors will put you through. You don't need to abandon anything. Your driver's license, anything. All you need to have is the understanding of your category. See, it would never in no broad day to you make sense to hit white. A person having origins in the original people of Europe, Middle East, or North Africa, that'll never hit the American person mind to know that's you. The thing farthest away from you.
You'll check every last one of them boxes. You'll check these 10 or 2 boxes. For sure. You'll check that box right there and that one if you don't check this one and that one.
That's right. And look what it says.
You ain't gonna check this one. If you say no, you really ain't gonna match that because you don't see yourself as no Indian, you know, or Alaskan native. You see yourself as this right here, black.
That's what they do, not me. It sounds like you talking to me.
We check that box every time, black or African American.
I ain't have a job, so I ain't checked nothing. So when I'm saying anything been checked, it's been checked without my consent. I ain't consenting to none of it. I'm telling you live and direct. I ain't consenting to nothing. It was done without my consent. I ain't consenting to nothing. I'm a baby. How can I do anything? But now that I'm not, everything that was done when I was a baby is responsible for a baby.
Well, let me ask you one quick question. Why you got that up there on the chart? For the world to see. Most of the people, parents, I ain't talking about the young generation now, because some of them probably ain't fill out the paperwork, but the majority of the people, parents, have checked that box, that third box.
Oh, yes.
But they didn't know what they was doing. And they wasn't aware of what they was doing to themselves. This is the technology.
Yeah, that's the technology, and nobody don't know this. I done went through the school, so that's why I know nobody don't know it. Nobody didn't teach me this. What I worship teach me this.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't follow man and woman. They don't teach me nothing. What I worship teach me what I'm teaching you. Ain't nobody finna be showing you how to clearly take over your own estate. And you ain't got to do nothing. They gonna make sure they get rich off you. I done been the fool to bust down. I done been the fool. I done been the fool. I done been on both sides, and now I ain't going back to the fool. I was fooled once upon a time. I was ignorant. Remember, I keep saying we came as a baby. So it's a lot we didn't know. I mean, if we were around people that didn't know, we definitely don't know. Because ain't nobody bringing this stuff up when it comes to who you are. Who you are, this is what you got to decide when you're in America. Bump all that talk we talking about. You don't know what up from down, right from left. You were this, Abraham, that. You don't know none of that. But when it come to getting a job, this is what you're going to have to answer to. When it come to getting some credit, when it come to getting some form, anything on the form, this is what you're going to have to answer to. And people in this field ain't taught this to me. And I'm not even in the field. You can't even get money. This is why you pay taxes. This is why you do everything that you don't want to do. And look right under racial category and say, check as many as apply. You can check all of them. The check as many, y'all. The Greeks say check as many. Remember, they polytheistic.
That's right.
Poly, remember?
Poly, many.
Yeah, right. Many.
And you can be many too.
There you go.
Goodness alive.
See, they want everybody to steal our birthright. And they got our birthrights hid under the title white.
My.
And that changed the whole game. Now, for off the form, who we are, off the form, see, we don't supposed to be filling out nobody form. We're supposed to have our own.
Yeah. Right.
So that's what we'll be coming with in 2025, our own. Our own everything. I'm tired of the Greek. I'm just tired of the Greek and going to the Greek and seeing him prosper.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the Greek owners. Yeah. I'm tired of seeing them in the press box. I'm tired of them flipping coins. Yeah. I'm tired of seeing them at the bank. I'm tired of them seeing them on the money. I'm tired of the Greeks. Y'all ain't tired. We ain't got nothing, but the Greeks got something. This our land. Greeks come over here to our land and they got what's on our land. We going around with Greek titles talking about we Christ, we Christos. Yeah. Meaning we subjects of Greek. Yeah. Now we subject to Greece. We ain't never been to Greece. We ain't never been to Ionia, none of that. Italy. And here we are subjecting ourselves to something we don't even got no grandma, auntie, great granddad, nothing.
Yes, indeed. I just want to say something. When you said that, I had a reflection. Would you believe that they had a so-called white man come on TV in the NFL called Jimmy the Greek? And he was the brainchild over all the football. He put his foot in his mouth talking about black men on TV, live TV. And they snatched him off TV because he scorned us. I just want to reflect on that. Well, because everything you're saying is so true. And we don't realize what they're doing to us.
That's the point. And I can't sit with it anymore.
Me neither.
And with the people that sit with it, man, we got power and we just sit here denying it. We letting days go by not doing nothing. I'm going days and days with, I'm in books, man, trying to help people. I'm in stack high books trying to help people. Man, people don't want to be helped. I'm going to be the fool after a while. I was helping for 13 years, so you can't blame me for what I'm doing now. I got to move on. I've grown through the process, through dealing with many people, because I honored these people, because I honored myself. I wasn't going to waste your time because I wasn't wasting mine. When I come in front of you, when I'm not in front of you, I'm not wasting time. I don't have what they call leisure. My leisure for 18 years been getting to this higher self teaching, understanding what is it saying to us. What do we supposed to do? How do we supposed to worship? What is the right book? What is the right things for the people? So me, I've been finished, but the people have not been finished. I know for a fact that the people need the book that's going to change their life. I know the people need the book that's going to give them the truth and the divine truth. I received it. You shall receive it. If you want it, it's available.
Right on.
If you don't want it, that's on you and your choice. When you do want it, it's available. I've done a whole audiobook on it, so you can listen to it. You don't even have to read it. This is someone devoted to something. Didn't take no break or nothing, straight hour, 8 hours talking, reading this stuff out to get it to y'all so you can even get it in an easier form.
For a sorry reader.
So I like to read it and hear it. So it's important in 2025 what you worship. And I want to make us clear about the ancestors. Right here. This is what true worship is now. You can honor. It says, honor then the moon and your ancestors, but not as your God.
Look at that. Look at that.
So it's cool to give honors to all our prophets.
Yeah.
Our prophets is my relative, my kinfolk.
Yeah.
But they not the worshiper. They're not to be worshipped. Everybody in my family, great. But nobody deserves to be worshipped. I don't worship myself. So why would I worship another that has the same figure as me? I worship something greater that we can't see. This called the Creator. It's uncreated. Everything you see is created. So this is why our ancestors who spilled the ball, our ancestors who got down with the Greeks, our ancestors who sold us out, our ancestors who got down. I don't rock with y'all. I rock with my ancestors who stood on business. Then you stand on business when you got a book like this written out for your people. That's standing on business. That's standing on business. This is why you worship the Creator. The Creator came and handled his business. Now he created you to see, can you handle his business? All powerful, all able. You got ability to go left and right. You got ability to go for night and infinite.
That's beautiful.
You got ability to teleport and come into the flesh. Now, and this is what you're doing with it. Arguing with mothers. Chomping people off. Not even loving people. Ain't excelling in virtue.
Excel in virtue. Boy, that's beautiful. That's what we're supposed to be doing every day of our life.
It depends on what you worship. All right. My own saying is, a man is what he worships.
That's right.
What you see a man do is what he worships. I don't cut it. I had to keep it dry for myself. I don't play with my own mind. My mind been effed by these Greeks, and I don't play with that. And whatever has came with that, it came with it. But now I've grown. I became conscious through the unconsciousness. By the time you get through wrestling with them, they want you asleep and unconscious. So they can stick their finger in you. But I guess what? No, I'm staying awake. Ain't none of that going down. We don't drop the soap over here. So what we talking about, we staying awake. Once we become conscious, we conscious. That's for me. Once I become conscious, I'm conscious. I'm doing this for conscious. Now we have to understand. We are the Americana Sufian. That ain't gonna be on your form. That ain't gonna be on nothing the Greek wants you to know. This is coming from the Creator himself on the soil, working through perfected man. You are North Americana Sufiana. Stop with that African talk. Stop with that black talk. You are an American. Pick up your American talk. And specifically, you are North American. So you are specific. Don't nobody else carry your name. You are the American. That's your race. That's your nationality. And the name of your way that you follow is Sufian. That's your creed. That's all tribes of American soil coming together under one name. We done had our differences. We done had our tribalisms. This point was for all of us to come together as one American nation. I'm talking to African Americans. This is our country. Take the African off, you North American. This is the land of the blacks. Don't nobody kick it like North Americans. Everybody want to come and be an American because of North America. And we Americans because Abraham was an American. And this before a Greek was thought of or a Greek was in a chromosome.
Right on. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm.
We talking about before germ cells came to exist.
Mm.
Our ancestors was been living and kicking.
That's right.
And we left the history back. This is the divinity that we have to understand. Genealogy and belief. These people with this Greek, they have torn away your genealogy. You don't know from 10 generations back, you don't know nothing about them. You don't, I barely even know any of my cousins. You only know the ones close by. This is how awful the Greek is. This is what has been done. They have taken your genealogy and tried to wipe it off and send it to Mars. That's why your people don't know who they are. But the Creator know who you are because He created you. So your genealogy has been put back together. We used to be tribes. Now we Americans. Now when you see your fellow brother and sister, y'all need to greet each other with respect as y'all are the true Americans, heirs. Ain't nobody else. Chinese ain't American. Russia ain't American. We see the European. They not American. They ain't even from Europe. And we know Italy ain't from America. These people from Italy.
That's right. We know what that city was called.
That's right. And so we didn't make up the word Indian. Indian is Indian. How you gonna be African and American, and then you gonna turn around and be American and Indian?
That don't make sense.
See, the Greek playing with you. He done set up everything. So you say you're Indian. He set up India. How you gonna be Indian? This is why he keep playing on the word American. He won't just leave American there. He want to always put a noun or adjective.
Or behind it.
Got Indian behind American. The other one, he got African in front of American. But look at white. Don't got nothing. So you could be a white American and not even have a whole different game plan. See what I mean? This is what I mean. You a white American called a North American.
That's what I'm different to say. Why they didn't say white American or white African?
It's there. It should be there. It should be.
Yeah,
right.
That's right.
We can go on the internet right now and pull up a white African. So why is this not on there? See, this is what I mean. They put the word of God and the word was Greek. In the beginning was the word and the word was Christ.
It says Black or African American person have an origin in any of the Black racial groups of Africa. If you don't know if you have any origins there, then you're not Black or African American. Like you should know. You should know exactly where you at and what it's saying. Origin.
And you notice now, if we look at it carefully, see how I say original people?
Yeah.
Then this one don't have no original people.
Showing up though. And they don't.
Every one of them say original people, original people, original people, original people, original people.
But it's like racial groups of Africa.
Right, on the Black.
Instead of original,
it say racial group.
Yeah.
See, this is the whole plan and game.
Yeah, and that's another trick word, that word race. when you think of race, you would think of a sprint or racing with somebody or some speed. But now they using speed or quickness with a color. And they saying race.
Mm-hmm.
Are we racing or I don't know.
There go them people right there.
Okay. Old English. Africana. Look at that. I remember when you used to watch Carl and them young, they would use them words, Africana.
Yeah. Well, what they say the
Put
Bible was
sentences in our mind.
right. What they say the Bible was written in? What 3 languages? Hebrew,
English.
Greek, and Latin.
Yeah, that's what they say.
So Latin, Hebrew, and Greek are all Greek.
Uh-huh.
So when you see Latin Africanus, that's Greek. They gonna tell you it's Latin.
Yeah.
You gotta understand history and understand that's Greek. Anything opposite of your ancestors, they called it this. This is what they called it. I'm just bringing it to our attention. Before 2024, this is the last meeting of this. This is where this stuff be coming from.
Yeah, Beaver, Beaver, Justin Bieber.
Come on with it. See, they ain't playing the Greeks. No, they Bieber, Berber.
Yeah.
Then they had that, man. We ain't gonna get in there, man. Now look at this word. Berber come from this. Barbary.
Barbarian. Gotcha.
See, this is how they made the word barbarian. What they say, especially non-Christian lands.
Oh.
See, things that was non-Greek, they call it barbarian.
Good goodness. So I guess that's how the Indians got their name being a savage. They put the savage on him. He's a savage. Because he ain't saying he call him a savage.
This is why the white form is say North Africa. The reason why I say it's North Africa is because of this right here. See, it goes back to Rome. See, but Old French, Barbary, comes from the Arabic word bar or bar. See, so what we just said.
Yeah, French. Boy, they switching the rule, ain't they? They translation.
All of their languages come from Arabic. And Arabic come from Moraba. Moraba is the hidden point that nobody knows about.
Don't know nothing about that.
It's ancient Arabic.
Yeah.
That's what's in the Sufian is ancient Arabic. It's called Moraba or Arabia, Morabia. Like little John used to say, on the land, Bia. See, that's us, Arabia, Morabia. But we don't know these things. That's why it's getting old and outdated. Because 13 years trying to bring this to the forefront, and our people ain't seeing all the connections. All the connections. See, in the word Barbara in Arabic means to babble. See, and that's what Greek do. This is why we said, our ancestors said, these people don't do nothing but babble. We don't. That's what I'm saying. The way we act towards each other is how we used to act towards them in the ancient past. Nigga, you better get off my. Yeah, we talking to them. We wasn't never talking to us like that. Cussing was cussing to them, not at each other. What we think all this come from? This comes from us. Just like in North America, we still got people want to be like us, and we're supposed to be the poorest of the poor. No identity, not knowing who you are, but we still got gifts and talents that can't be denied. Gifts and talents that can't be denied. So yeah, choose white and you will have a great choose white, you'll have a great life. White ain't about skin complexion. It's about status. All this is a status. And I didn't say it, but Abraham was born in Europe. And I'm going to close on that. Abraham was born in Europe. And I'm going to close on that. Yeah, for 2025, y'all make sure you do what you do best. Because I'm going to do what I do best. And I shared that with y'all today. So it's nothing concealed. What I do in private, I brought to in public. And now we have the conclusion. You can judge for yourself. We close this divine meeting in the name of the divine creator, Al-Sufian. As-salam, salam, wadu, Sufian.